Oh, right. Yeah, this come from comments. Baby clothes fight. Shuli and Howard call out Doug. Now, I know Shuli again. I know him from Who Are These Podcasts World, Double Verse World. I was actually quite impressed that he was on Howard Stern, to be fair. I just thought he was one of them lot. But nah, he was on Howard Stern. It's crazy. But yeah, Shuli and Howard versus Doug, I guess. Let's go.
All right, here's Lisa G. Lisa G with some headlines. Lisa, come on in and tell us what's going on in the Howard 100.
Lisa Glassberg takes shits at work.
Rock and roll, Lisa. All right, Lisa, what do you have for us?
Takes shits at work.
A battle on the Miserable Men show last night.
Did you hear this, Robin?
No.
Yeah, I've just gotten informed about it. This is a really weird thing.
What
Sorry,
happened?
Lisa. Poor Lisa comes in with a report.
That's okay. You can do the
No,
story.
thank you. I'm in such a foul mood today. I'm ready to rip everyone's
I
head
know.
off. Oh, it's the worst.
Oh,
I was even going to yell at you and I have nothing to yell at you about.
go ahead.
You're annoying me and you're not even doing anything wrong. You've done nothing wrong, and I want to yell about you. It's terrible to have so much anger, to live with so much anger. You have no idea what it's like to be angry 99% of the day.
wow.
You think Lisa's not angry?
I don't know.
I've gotten better.
I'm angry.
Wow. You have nothing to be angry about.
Even that
That's
makes me
why
angry.
it's crazy.
That's right. That's why I'm not normal.
You have everything.
What do you know what I have?
I should
Seriously.
keep my mouth
Everyone
shut
What
today.
do you
knows
know
what
what
you
I
have.
have? What is everything to you?
Well, until today, you had your health.
Right. That's right. I don't have my health.
And
you-
that's a major plank, let me tell you. Because nothing's happening without that.
That's right.
You're not rubbing blue goop on you to.
That's true. All right, Lisa, let's not get hung up on this.
Blue group.
Anyway, yeah, I want to know the name of that blue shit you rubbed all over yourself. God knows what you were rubbing on yourself.
Some Australian concoction.
There's this weird thing. What Lisa's talking about is this weird thing going on. I didn't know anything about this. It came up on Miserable. Is it called the Miserable Men Now show or whatever it is? All right. Shuli was on the air. Shuli had a baby recently.
Yes.
And Doug Goodstein, who is the producer on Howard TV, the executive producer, he, I guess, called Shuli up when he had the baby. Mm-hmm. And instead of buying Shuli a baby gift, like, did you buy Shuli a baby gift?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. You buy him a gift.
Right.
Doug called up and did this weird thing where he said, listen, you know, I have 2 kids, and I'd like to lend you their baby clothes. I'd like to
Lend? What?
I'd like to give you their baby clothes. We have all these baby clothes saved in a box. You can have them and use them. And as weird as that sounds, like this happened with my sister. I remember we had a friend when my niece was born. My second niece called up and said to my sister, you know, here's a whole bunch of baby clothes that you can use. From our kids, we don't use them anymore. And we got the baby clothes. My sister got them. One was more filthy and dirty and ragged and like worn out than the
my,
next.
so these weren't nice baby clothes, and they weren't well cared
You
for.
would the way they were carrying on, you would have thought, you know,
I
expensive,
got some great stuff for you.
great stuff. You know that it's only been worn once. So my sister, like through the years, like just took the stuff and threw it out, never used it. And then, like years later, the woman called back and said, "I want my baby clothes back." And my sister was like, "You got to be kidding! I don't have those. I threw them out. How dare you? We plan on giving them to other people." And my sister said, "You never saw such schmata rag garbage in your life." So Goodstein says to Shuli,
To be fair, not the dirty baby clothes. That don't make sense, but that's quite common, I think, in the in baby having world. You hear that all the time. People do that, but yeah, it is typically like nice clothes or like because babies grow out of things well fast. So people have baby clothes that they didn't even use because the baby's grown out of everything. So it's like, yeah, it's typically that. It's but yeah, to give someone dirty clothes. But actually, that's a bad gift for the baby. Like that's just something that you go, oh, I got a load of baby stuff. You can look through and chuck if you don't want it. I've just got loads of baby. Do you know what I mean? It's that type of thing. It's not a gift for a baby. Like that's like a bear or something, or like a blanket with a bear on it.
It's our old baby clothes. Shuli gets a hold of these. You can imagine what the fuck. These have been vomited on. They've been just
Well,
stupid.
what do babies do? Yeah.
Right.
They poop, they vomit.
Smell. Shuli gets them, I guess. And I don't know. Doug must have gone. Tell me if I have this right, because I'm just hearing this. Doug must have gone on Shuli's website and seen pictures of the baby, and he's not seeing any of the baby clothes on the baby.
Oh, so he notices that his baby clothes aren't showing up.
So he asked Shuli for the clothes back. I mean,
Well, you kind of have it right.
What do I have wrong?
He gave him clothes and a car seat. Apparently, he went on Facebook. He saw the baby sitting in another car seat and
Right.
said, well, I want mine back since you're not using it.
Right.
And then he said, I have another friend who's having a baby, and since your baby's not really wearing our clothes, we'd like the clothes back so we can give it to another friend.
Why make people go through grief?
Exactly.
Don't grieve people.
Oh, yeah.
If you care, they're both here.
Yeah, come in, because
Yeah, that's true. You give it to give it away, and you normally do say if you don't, unless it is something like well nice, where you say. But it is typically you give it to someone who might actually need it, and might actually need baby stuff, because some people do. Do you know what I mean? But you also don't never, if it's sentimental to you, don't give it away in the first place.
and Shuli's team with this, like, you know, Shuli took these clothes out of being nice. I'm with you.
Yeah,
But
you
after
do.
you get a gift, what you do with it is your business.
Right.
He should have just said, "Hey, could you store some shit for me for a
Right.
month?"
There
I
are
don't have
weirdos.
room for it in
My
my
kid- they
house.
They think, Doug, you're one of these people that thinks everything you have is so great. It's not, man. It's old shit.
You got the
kids
story
will.
wrong.
Go ahead.
Or
Go ahead.
the crack news reporter Lisa G here got it wrong.
Well, no, she hasn't said a word. What is the story?
The story is that we had a ton. I didn't give Shuli like 5 articles. I gave him a carload of stuff.
Right.
Okay, that's my choice. What we do with it, I thought it would be helping him out. Okay,
Go ahead.
So we gave him a carload of stuff. They're not shit clothes. They're clean clothes. They're
Shuli,
clean.
what kind of clothes are these?
They're
They
good.
were. I'll be honest,
They're
Howard, they
good-
weren't shit
good.
clothes.
Right.
They were nice clothes.
But he
and,
gave them to you.
and I appreciated
But he-
100%. And he gave it to us. That's the thing. It
Right.
was
He didn't
given to
say
us.
this is a loan.
Yes,
But at the same time, he said,
Shuli,
look, he
Doug,
said,
how many people are you going to give these clothes to?
Well, we had them for our kids. They've been
Yeah.
and then
All right.
we
so
have
what
another
are you,
friend that we're
Goodwill?
gonna.
I mean, you gave him the clothes. Let him now deal with them.
But
he said if there's stuff you're not going to use,
Right.
could you give it back to it? We said, sure, no
Okay,
problem.
fine.
I'm not kidding to you. A month after my kid was born, I get stopped in the halls by him going, "Hey, if you're not using any of the clothes, we could use it back. I have a friend who's going to have a kid." I said, "All right." And then
No, that's not true.
a few days later, we put up a picture of my kid in the car seat. I swear to you, Howard, the picture is just the inside of the car seat and the
Right.
belt buckle.
He's
That's all you
studying
see. Next thing you know, the next day he goes, "And if you're not using the car seat, could you bring that back too?"
Well, that was the main thing was the car
Doug,
seat.
you lent it to him. Why are you pounding him over
I'm
the
not
head? to
because
use
the
it?
car seat. It's a carriage. You don't only
What do
need
you
one
care?
for a kid. Because my wife has a friend she wants to
So-
give it
but
to.
then why'd you give it to him?
Right, your
Because
friend was pregnant
we weren't
before
gonna
you gave
ask
it to
for
me.
it
You
back,
knew
but
she
when
was.
she saw they weren't
but
using
you
it,
knew
she
your
said,
friend
"I'll
was
take
gonna
it back."
have a
They're
fucking kid. Why
studying
give it
these
to me?
pictures.
That's the other thing. It's creepy. They're on the Facebook studying the Zapruder
I
film.
I didn't ever
agree.
saw the picture. My
Doug.
wife saw it. Then
Doug.
don't put pictures of your kids up.
But Doug,
Oh, my
Oh,
Doug,
now I can't put pictures of my kids up because you guys are
Because
gonna.
people
You guys
to
are
see
doing
it.
an
50s
inventory.
might
But
see
Doug,
them.
once
Right.
you give the guy this stuff, this stupid fucking baby stuff,
Uh-huh.
stop monitoring and hounding him. You said to him once, "Can you give it to me back if you're not using it?" He obviously was using it.
I didn't
Stop
hound
it.
him once. I didn't beg him once. I didn't put
It's
any
enough.
pressure on him. If you're not using stuff,
All right,
whatever
he
you're not
heard that.
using,
It's
yeah,
not that you put
that's it.
You came
That's
to
it.
me in the halls on your own and said, "Hey, if they're not wearing all the clothes, my kid doesn't even fit in half the clothes, and the
Then-
other half are winter clothes. What do you want me to do? Throw her in a sleeve?"
Whatever you're not using
What'd you do,
was
just
what
get
I
him back the
said.
clothes?
No,
I'm bringing it all back here tomorrow. The
Right.
whole fucking
Yeah, because
bag,
he's having
the
agita.
car seat. I'm putting it right in front of Howard TV, and you can walk 3 blocks with your shit to your
Doug,
garage and
what's
take
the-
it home.
Why are you sitting
don't have a
stressing
garage.
out? You're stressing out over this.
I'm not stressing out. I really have.
If you're not using these clothes, if you're not using the clothes, I can't use all the clothes.
To
Half
be
of it's
fair-
winter. He tells you, and half
And the
of it.
baby's not the size of the clothes yet.
Howard, I
Then
work.
I did not ask for that shit back. You guys are fucking this up.
So
if
why
you're
is he
not
getting
using
that
stuff, there
impression?
was so much stuff. If you're not if you went through it and you pulled out stuff
So
you're not
you
using,
are
just bring
asking
it back.
for it back.
You are asking for it back.
If the
Every
stuff
minute,
you're
if
not,
you're not using stuff, he's using the
That's
stuff.
what it
Can
was.
the baby grow into the stuff?
Yeah, and that's fine for him to keep and enjoy. Absolutely.
But here's the thing that really pissed me off, Howard, is I was still last night when he came on the air, and in no way ambushed him when he got on the phone and was like, "Doug, you asshole." I was in the nicest way possible trying to present this as not such a weird thing.
Okay, and that-
because I really
is
didn't
weird.
think it was that weird of a
And
thing.
for that,
gave over
I'll
the
be a man, and I will apologize. I did not hear any of the show. All I got was cryptic notes from Teddy saying, "Call in. The guys and Shuli are goofing on you." In hindsight,
you thank
I
God you
apologize,
got.
Shuli. I do apologize for that
Yeah,
one.
because then the guy starts shitting on me about my financial situation. It has nothing to do with my kid. It has nothing to do with what he gave me.
Right.
And I said, Doug, people are wondering. It's a little weird that you've given some stuff and now you're asking for it back. He goes, well, I knew your situation. You didn't have a pot to piss in, so I figured we'd help. So what am I, your fucking charity case? What, you going around to people going, oh, we helped Shuli and his
Shuli,
wife out.
I came out.
I don't need it.
just
You
said-
came to me and asked me.
Right.
No, but you got to understand that it pissed me off. It was
I
an area
agree
you didn't
with
need
you.
to go to, and it was a weaselly fucking thing for
I
you to do.
came out swinging because I thought you were fucking being an
Over
asshole.
baby clothes.
It is so stupid, isn't
You
it?
know,
Yeah.
it just shows what kind of person you are. It's really fucking
No,
low, real
so
low.
wait,
Why do you think he's so hung up on these clothes and
Howard,
getting them
it's
back?
so much.
I'm
Listen
not
to
really
this,
hung up
Howard.
on
I think
it.
his
worked-
wife's putting pressure on him.
and if you were to come to me and just say, "Hey, man, my wife's busting my balls about the kids," I would pose that fucking kid
Why
in
did he-
every outfit and take a picture
But
and
why
put it
did
on
he-
Facebook.
why-
It
for
has
him.
nothing to do. We never ever look at scrutinize your clothes. Did I ever say to you they're
said-
not wearing the clothes?
No, but you said on
I said
the
we
air
never-
last night that you guys noticed on our Facebook that she wasn't wearing the clothes.
No, I
And she
didn't.
was. Yes, you
What?
did. I'll go get the tape. You.
Yeah, that is a true thing. People, especially nowadays, you either back in the day it would have been you put it on when you took them round your nan's house, round their nan's house to see the kid, and you'd put them in the. But yeah, people if they buy a clothing for your kid, they expect at least a picture of it on Facebook. Yeah.
I
that
never
you
said
noticed
that.
she wasn't. All right.
No, yeah.
You're full of it. You're trying to
What do you
backpedal.
think? Get the tape, then.
Shuli,
Get the
what do you
tape.
think's
Get the
going on
tape.
with Doug and these stupid baby clothes?
I yelled at him last. I go, "What are you involved with all these pregnant people for?
Yeah,
Get
yeah,
out of the
stop
loop."
it. Yeah.
What are
Maybe-
you, a
maybe
fucking
I'm not.
doctor?
Maybe I'm
you
not.
want to know something?
Maybe I'm
People
not.
have garbage.
Yeah.
And they think it's gold.
And that's fine.
And it's
No,
fine. They gave you the clothes. Be done with it. Now it's out of your house. What do you? You go to every pregnant person. We have the clothes. Wait,
No.
Let's find out if Shuli's not using some of the clothes.
I'm not
We'll
as
get it.
These are
involved in it.
community clothes. Do you really
I mean-
want clothes that have been passed around this
Yeah, I mean,
much?
okay,
The thing is
listen.
that baby clothes you wear, like even if it goes to
But
the
Doug,
third kid,
Doug,
it's probably been
Doug,
more than three
don't
times.
give 'em to
Shuli,
people.
Take the baby clothes, give them to Shuli. Now let Shuli worry about them. Either throw them out, Shuli, or give them to your friends. Why you?
and
Howard,
say,
we-
Shuli,
you're
I
on
hope
like a-
you pass this on.
Doug, you're
pay-
on a
pay it
weird
forward.
mission.
We
You're
had
on a weird
4
mission.
hours of full phone lines, and not one person took your side. Not one person said.
Because it's enough. He should be out of it. He gave you the clothes. Be done with it.
Now you've got a job. You've got to be sorting. You've got to be
listen, Robin,
returning.
You know what it's like? It's like Doug opened a library and he's lending out these clothes.
I'm working for Doug now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm his public storage. I should charge him rent
I
for
made
this
it
month.
clear, Shuli. There's no pressure. But if that,
There's no
said
pressure.
It,
The guy
I
hounds me.
said it. If you're not
As soon as a
using
picture goes up, all of a sudden he's doing an inventory list.
He's using.
No, I
there's
didn't
no
even see these
pressure.
pictures.
Doug,
You're not
using
not-
the picture. He's using the clothes. Not all of them are going to be on his Facebook pictures.
I didn't even see these pictures.
And
okay?
Listen, listen
well,
to this.
your wife is
Friday,
seeing.
Right,
Listen to
that's-
this.
okay.
Friday morning, I work. I do Jay Thomas's show Friday morning. I'm up at 5 a.m. I come here. I do that. I do the news. I finish the news. I get home. I'm helping my wife. She's leaving town Saturday. I'm helping her out with the kid. At 9:30 at night, still haven't eaten dinner. I say to my wife, "You think I got time to run over to Doug's and drop off this stuff?" Like that's the level I'm at with
I mean,
this
but
shit.
Doug is obsessing, and the
I
wife
didn't
and
put-
Doug's wife is obsessing on these clothes.
I
that they
never
gave.
put a
Let
date.
go
I
of
never
it.
put this pressure. You're creating this, Shuli.
Doug,
You really are.
The,
But don't
the
you see
clothes
how-
are gone.
don't you
That's
see
it.
how it's
you gave them
odd?
to Shuli. Can
No,
you let go
I
of
didn't.
them?
No,
Listen to
I
me.
didn't.
Listen to me. Look at me.
I'm looking.
Can you now make a gift to Shuli of these clothes and be
No,
done
you
with that?
I don't. Howard, I don't want him.
No. Can I just talk for a second?
All right.
Let me. I want to understand Doug's level of attachment to these fucking baby clothes.
I don't even know what they are.
All right, listen to me. No, your wife's upset. I know where this is coming from. I got the whole situation figured out, but I'm a genius.
You are.
Listen to me.
We all know that.
Doug,
Yeah.
I want you now to say, Shuli, take these baby clothes and enjoy them. And I don't even want to see them again. Can you say that?
Absolutely, sure.
All right.
Go
You're done
ahead.
with them. Now they're Shuli. They belong to Shuli's family.
Sure.
You're making a gift to Shuli.
Sure. Shuli can have all
And
the
after
clothes.
they're done, if Shuli wants to be generous with one of his friends, he can pass them on or throw them out and do whatever he wants, as if he bought them.
That's fine.
Yeah, all right. They are actually right. When I said at the beginning, I thought they was going to be like, it's not so much the giving of the clothes, it is the wanting them back. You can't ask, yeah. That's kind of weird.
Really?
Yep, that's fine.
Now, what about the car seat?
Can
No,
you
the
let
car-
go of the car seat?
No.
Why?
Because that...
Shuli, do you need the car seat?
The wives could talk.
You know, when
The
her
wives
mom
could
was
talk.
staying with us, we had 2 vehicles. We used 2 car seats.
Right.
We got a brand new car seat from the shower, from one of the baby showers.
Right.
And right now, no, we don't need the car seat. And even if we did
What if
at
you
this
get a
point,
second car?
if we do, then we would.
You
But
still
to
need
them,
one
like even
car
last
seat.
night, he
Doug,
says
so
it's
you want your car seat back?
that you gave.
The one that you gave him, you want it back.
The one that we lent him. Clearly lent him. Yeah.
All right.
And
Okay.
so- and
Howard,
with
I
the-
drove
with-
all the way to Long Island because he says, "Hey, want to borrow some shit for 6 weeks?"
So
That's
why'd you
what I
come
drove
and get
all the way
it?
out
So
there
why'd
for.
you pick it up? Why'd you get
Because
it?
you weren't saying, "Hey, you want to borrow this shit." You said, "We got a bunch of stuff to give you. If there's anything you don't use or don't want, give it back."
That's
But
what
other
he
than that,
wanted it.
we're giving you
He
everything
wants
else.
the car seat in case he has a second car to use.
I
he'll
don't
have
want
the car-
nothing now.
Yeah.
And we
Doug,
didn't
Doug, be
beg
done with
for-
it. Give him, Doug, look at me. Listen
What?
to me. You're out of your mind on this one. Give him all this stuff. You don't
He
need
doesn't
it.
look like he's
You're
about
not
to
going to get
cry.
any money
We
for
didn't
it.
demand the car seat back
So
either.
why are you
At
obsessing on
all.
the car seat? He's going to have a use for it. He doesn't have a use for it today. He sees in the future he might use it. And when he's done with it, he'll give it to one of his friends. You're done having kids, I assume, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't need this stuff anymore.
Right.
So what do you give a fuck?
Maybe I don't.
Why do you care? You
Maybe I
evidently
don't.
do.
You clearly do, Doug.
What are you
Maybe I don't.
attached to this for? What are you busy lending it like a library? Give it to him. You're lucky he took it. You'd have to get rid of him. You couldn't even get
Well,
rid of
because
that
the
shit.
other thing, too,
it's
is
all
that-
shit.
He sends me a text after his first call. "You're a real cocksucker. I wish I would have never helped you." That's the text he sends me.
Nice.
I'm the fucking cocksucker.
Yeah, that's the way I felt.
Let go of
I
it.
was fired up. Surely, again, I didn't have all the information. I could
But
apologize
Doug, let
for that.
go of the car seat. Who cares? You're done with car
Because
seats.
my wife wants to give it to her friend, and that's
Then why'd you give it to Shuli?
because he seems to be done with it.
No, he's not done with
My
it.
kid wasn't even born yet
And
when
I
you
think-
gave
How
it
could he
to
be done
me.
with it yet? You're hounding people.
I'm not hounding
You
at all.
gave it to him. He said he needed
Here,
it. He
Read
said
this,
he
Big
needed
Shot.
it.
My kid is 2
Big shot.
months
Read this
What
here.
is
You're
old.
not
this?
listening.
What is this he's got? He's
You're
got
not
a
listening.
document. This is like people's
Hands are
court
shaking.
now. Rusty, bring me that document.
Hey, Christina. Who's that? Shuli's
That's
wife?
my
Yes,
wife.
and this is my wife writing it.
How are you doing? How is the babe doing? She is so adorable. Question for you. Are you using the infant carrier seat we loaned to you? I saw in one of the pictures that it wasn't our car seat. Ay, ay, ay.
And Howard, I swear to you, this is the day after he approached me in the halls, and I said, "We're using the car seat in her mom's car."
yeah.
Read in the email what she says.
And I'm only asking about it because my good friend is due to give birth in June, and I'd like to give it to her. Then why'd you give it to Shuli?
No,
Keep
apparently they
reading.
loaned it to Shuli. She'll give it to her
For
friend.
3 weeks?
Keep reading, she has a
I
point.
initially thought I'd give her the one I'm using, but there's a good chance I'll still be using it. I think Shuli said something to Doug about his or your mother uses the car seat, but that is confusing to me because the infant carrier is portable, and you normally don't ever need more than just one. The base, you'd need more than one, but not the actual car seat. Let me know. Give it all back to him. Take this-
Everything. I want to
You
set it
read
on
the
fire,
last-
Howard.
No, read.
Let me know. I would hate to take something that you were really using, but just wanted to check because my girlfriend is relying on me to give her mine, and if I could keep mine for a month or two longer, I'd like to. Thanks, Marlon.
I should have never
Listen to me.
accepted anything.
They gave it to
was
you,
a
and
huge
already is a
mistake.
problem.
A huge
Get rid of
mistake.
it. It's going to cause a huge. Give them everything in a bag. Take it and dump it off.
Yeah.
And be done with it.
You know,
It's not-
Pharrell gave me clothes a month
Doug,
ago.
out of line.
Pharrell gave me clothes a month
Your
ago.
opinion.
He hasn't asked.
Also, something I can't stand is when people do things for you that you don't ask. They just take it upon themselves. Then later down the road, use that against you. That they helped you. You know, things. Oh, I didn't ask. Well, yeah, that really annoys me.
Anything back. In fact, he
Doug,
said, "I got 2 more
The guy's
boxes
had the car
full of
seat
shit."
for 6 weeks. Give him a break.
The line says if you're. I'd hate to
said
take it if you're
he's
still using it.
He's
she
using
didn't
it.
demand it back.
He's
There's no
using
demand
it.
for it back. We never
You should
demanded
have held on
anything
to it
back.
and given it to your friend.
But we at that
clearly
point,
want to give it
she
to
had
everyone.
everything locked, all put aside
You
for her
gave it
friend.
to Shuli. Be done with it.
She put it aside for her friend, and then in the interim, I said, why don't we just, while it's collecting
interim for what,
dust
for 6 weeks?
or whatever it was,
Who uses a car seat for 6
Whatever
weeks?
it was.
What do you mean? The guy's going to use a car seat for 6 weeks and return it to you?
Well, they have one. You need one car seat. Do you understand?
He said he
You
has a
need one
use
car
for
seat.
it.
There's a guy who called in. He said last night he has 2 kids. He owns 4 cars. He has a car seat in every fucking car. Who are you guys
No,
to say
these are-
how many car seats you're
These are
supposed to have in a car?
Infant car seats, the ones you carry. Your kid.
You're way too involved, dude.
Yeah, Doug.
No, I'm really not
Out of
actually.
line.
That's what's funny
Robin,
about this.
you believe
you
it?
are, Bart.
I'm
You are,
shocked
Bart.
because, like I said, you gave him a burden. You didn't give him a
Yeah,
gift.
yeah. I mean, enough.
Howard, I was up all night last night thinking, I'm like, am I the asshole here?
No.
Maybe I'm the asshole
He's
here.
not
And I
an
just
asshole. Doug, you're not seeing it clearly. You're
All right.
caught up in this.
Well, the first 2
lending
people
of-
I talked to in the control room agreed with me.
Who agrees with
Who
you?
is
Pace
People
and
work
Fallon
for
said,
it.
the Pace said that seems
Scott
pretty
the Pace
reasonable.
doesn't agree with you. There's no way.
It's the first thing he said.
I actually do, Howard.
Wow.
What do you
And
agree
Fallon
with?
said the same thing. He
What?
said that seems,
You agree
know,
with
that
Doug?
makes sense.
On
Yeah, I
what
get
basis?
it.
The guy gave him the stuff. Let him use it. What are you monitoring
The
it?
guy is not using it.
He's gonna.
it's been a month. My
just
kid
had-
is
You
2
gotta
months
say that,
old,
then,
dude.
Shuli. Just tell him I am still using it. End of subject.
And that's exactly what I said. If you're not using, if you don't
He's
want stuff,
using
Scott,
it.
I told him we're using the car seat. The next day, my
Doug,
wife
you
gets an
guys-
email from his wife.
Doug, you guys decided you don't like the way he's using it. It wasn't featured in the picture. He's
Right.
using it. That should be enough for you.
that's enough. And that's what my wife told his wife. Fine,
He's
keep
using
it
it.
then.
But why do they have to worry about, oh, wait a minute, maybe we'd better dress her in one of the Goodstein's
She never brought up
outfits
the
for
clothing
this
stuff.
next
It's
picture.
never ever come up. We
But
never ever
you're
scrutinize
missing
the
one
clothes.
point. You
That's
came to
stupid.
me and asked me about the seat. I said we were using it.
That should have been the end of it.
Then you go to your wife, you tell her what I told you, and apparently that wasn't a good enough answer because then she sends an email to my wife asking her the same question that I answered
Doug,
here
why wasn't
with
this
you.
good? Why wasn't Shuli's answer good enough? He's using the car seat. Then your wife does the follow up. I mean, what? I mean, they're like indentured slaves to you over this stuff.
That's why I
means
want to
they're
go
not
over there in the
asking.
middle of the night and just fucking
Yeah, get
drop
rid
it
of
on their lawn.
Get rid of it.
Please do.
Get rid of it.
Drop it on the lawn.
I mean, look, it was very nice of you guys to offer. Had I
If Shuli
known,
puts up a picture of the baby in the car seat today, would you guys leave him alone?
No, stop.
Get
You
on
could
your
keep the car
Facebook and
seat
put
until
a picture of the baby in the car seat.
I'll put her in every outfit, whether
Marlo
she
can
fits or
see.
not.
Yeah, have her swimming. in these
She'll be
outfits.
in a sleeve. She'll be in a leg.
I've seen this weirdness before. People get weird with these clothes and these. Doug, I'm telling you, you lent it to the guy, you gave it to him. Be done with it. Stop it. He told you he's using the car seat. Your wife doesn't have to follow up in an email and say, "Are you really using the car seat?"
Every single
enough.
person
Or
said,
don't give things away. If you're this
Yeah.
attached to them, keep them.
or make sure you know which friends you want to give the shit to.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
This is crazy. Turned into
Come
a
get
nice
it,
thing.
bring it back.
Again,
Come
I
get
only
it,
did this.
bring it
I
back.
thought I was being a nice guy to help him out, and then I'm
It's
sorry
too
it
many
turned out
strings.
this way. I
Too
know
many strings. Too many strings attached.
There really aren't, because I never demanded the stuff back ever.
that's all you've
You
done.
got a second email.
That's all
No.
you've done. You've asked about
Every
the
minute.
clothes, what clothes we're wearing, what my baby's wearing. You
show
asked
me
about
the
the
tape.
car
I've
seat.
never, ever, ever looked at a picture of your kid. I've never seen your kid in clothes. I don't care about the clothes. What
Maybe
the kid's
you're
wearing.
not looking at them. Maybe your wife is seeing these pictures. Your wife and my wife are
And she
friends on
said,
Facebook.
I've never seen the clothes. She would never do that. That's
But
silly.
you said I'm going to pull the tape
just
from
said
last
here.
night. And I'm going to pull the tape from last night of you saying that you guys saw on Facebook that we weren't using your stuff.
Okay, pull the tape.
I will, and you said it. And again, you just came off so poorly last night. If you could have just said,
Yeah. To be fair, at first I was thinking, what's the big deal? But as this has gone on, his wife seems like a right narc. And that's the other thing. They were asking him one of them questions that ain't a question. Like, oh, if you're finished with that, can I have it? That's just a nice way of saying, give me that back. Yeah. But yeah, also him not wanting to admit that it's a problem for him as well. And that of him saying, no, my wife would never. Well, if your wife would never, then you're looking at his kid on Facebook. You're defending your wife and it's all your wife. I hope they get the wife on the phone. I hope they get her on the phone. But I'd say she's the master puppeteer behind all of this. The fact that we weren't making a big deal of it. Yeah, you asked me, you went home to your wife and he said no, he's using it, and then your wife emailed his wife the longest, most rambling, like, that's the type of email you get where you're like, I ain't reading all this. Yeah, this is a great argument. Great argument. And he has had moments where he's looked like he's about to cry as well. Because I think he's in between a rock and a hard place. This show and his wife. And he's trying to defend her and also defend himself, because one of you's looking at the pictures. If she said she said that in the email, I'm sure she did, didn't she? I saw her on Facebook. It's not our car seat, so can we have it back? You just don't do that. But yeah, anyway, that's part one. Sweet.